having eyeliner issues this morning and my hand kind of slipped and my wing ended up like way longer than I wanted it to, but I was too lazy to fix it, so here we are. Hello everyone, it is Samantha and I hope you guys are having a fantastic one today. Today is all about favorites. So all of the things that I loved in the month of April. These are one of my favorite videos to film because it's kind of fun sharing things that you've been enjoying with other people. And I actually had quite a few things that I enjoyed this month, so I think that without further ado, we should just jump into this video. So first up, I'm going to talk about some of the bookish things that I loved last month, and I had two books that I absolutely loved that became two of my favorite reads from this year. And the first one of those is The Girl in the Tower by Katherine Arden. This is a sequel to The Bear and the Nightingale. And the second book, I think it's in the Winter Night trilogy. That could be wrong. I need to look it back up again. But I love this book so much more than The Bear and the Nightingale. And the cover is absolutely stunning. I love the main character Vasilisa and just everything about her, how she just wants to do her own thing, you know? She doesn't need to love anybody, she doesn't need to fall in love, she just wants to like live her own life the way that she wants to live it. And I just love everything about the story so much. Like, I'm obsessed. I actually requested book 3, which is coming out in August from the publisher, because I can't wait until August. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, I'll get it because I need to know what's gonna happen. And then the second book that I loved this month was Grey Sister by Mark Lawrence. This is book 2 in his Book of the Ancestor trilogy, and I love this one even more than Red Sister. I love this story. It's very original, just everything about it. It takes place in this fantasy world that is a planet that's basically encapsulated in ice, except for like a thin, narrow band around the globe. And so like there's such a small space with so many people, and so there's like a lot of conflict and a lot of people vying for power, and then there's a lot of people with power, such as our main character of Nona, and I am just obsessed with this series. It was so enjoyable. I think I read both of these books in like 3 days each, like, which is unheard of for me, so. That's how you know I love a book, is when I am able to just like devour it in a few days. So moving on to beauty, I have a few beauty items that I enjoyed last month. The first one is something that I saw on BuzzFeed for a while and then I finally decided to try it, and it is this Active Wow activated coconut charcoal powder and spearmint. So basically this is like natural tooth whitening, because apparently charcoal whitens your teeth naturally, which I had no idea. So I am a coffee drinker, so my teeth were turning more like brownish yellow, and I wanted something to kind of counteract that. I don't really like using like the whitening strips and things like that because it can just be bad in your teeth, and I already, you know, have had dental work and things, and I didn't want to mess that up. So I decided to try this, and this stuff is amazing. It whitened my teeth a lot, and I've also noticed this helped a little bit with my tooth sensitivity, which I thought was interesting. So yeah, it's a little bit on the spendy side. I think it's like $24, but I can tell this is gonna last me for several months, so it's not too bad, and it definitely works. So I recommend checking it out if this is something that you're interested in. Next thing that I discovered this month was an accidental purchase. So I went to Sephora to get the liquid liner that I usually get, the Sephora brand one, and I thought it was like the regular brush, and it wasn't. I actually accidentally purchased the felt tip brush right here, and I was like, oh no, but I actually like it better than the regular brush. Like, the felt tip one is amazing because I was having issues with the other brush because it kept getting like a little bit clumpy and I couldn't quite get a straight line, but the felt tip one is amazing, and it's still liquid, because I don't like the felt tip pens because I never have enough liquid and it's really hard for me to apply it and get a nice like black line. But this one, I do not have that problem with because it's still liquid, but it has a felt tip. So I actually like this one a lot more, so I'm kind of glad I accidentally bought it. So this thing has been great this month. My eyeliner has been going on a lot better this past month since I started using it, and a lot cleaner with the exception of today, but that was only because I was like, whoops, because that still happens. That was a user error. The next beauty item I love so much. I was needing a new bronzer, and I saw that Too Faced came out with a festival collection, which was like unicorn themed. So I got their Too Faced Unicorn Tears bronzer, and look at this. Look at it, guys. There's a little unicorn inside the compact. I love it so much, and the bronzing shade, the shade of the bronzer is like perfect for my skin, and I've just been enjoying it a lot, and it has a little bit of a shimmer to it, which is fantastic, and it's a unicorn, so what could go wrong? The last beauty item that I have been loving is actually a face mask. So I've discovered how wonderful peel-off face masks are. There's nothing more satisfying than peeling it off. I don't know what it is about it, but I love it. And so I've been using the Purifying Charcoal Peel Off Mask from Earth Therapeutics, which I believe is a Korean product, and I love it. I have an issue with some charcoal face masks because they make my face break out, but I haven't had an issue with this one. So I definitely recommend it. You get 5 of these for like $10. I've been buying it at my local like department store, which here is called Fred Meyer, which is owned by Kroger. So I don't know if that would help any of you, but I'm pretty sure you can find these online. And if that is the case, I will leave a link down below. But these are great. And they peel off all the dead skin and they like suck everything out. It's basically like a pore strip that you use on your nose for your whole face. So this is something that has been fantastic to use. So the next thing is not only an article of clothing I've been loving, but also an experience. So the article of clothing is this right here. It is a Hamilton t-shirt that says, "Just like my country, I'm young, scrappy, and hungry." And I got this when I went to see Hamilton last month, which is my other favorite thing. So I finally got to see Hamilton the musical in Portland when it was here, and it was amazing. It was amazing. I have been listening to the soundtrack for over 2 years, so to finally see it on stage performed live was phenomenal. It was much more amazing than I was expecting. Like the choreography, the use of the lighting, and just everything about it was fantastic. Plus there was so much humor that you don't get while you're listening to the soundtrack because it's delivered through like facial expressions and body language and inflections. So it was just an amazing experience, and I'm so glad that I got to see it in person, and I hope one day if it ever comes back through again, I'll be able to see it again because it's definitely something that you can get even more out of on a second watch because there's just so much going on the stage. Also, what I thought was funny was the actor who was playing Aaron Burr in the Philip Company, which was the company that was in Portland. I actually preferred more than Leslie Odom Jr. Like, I love Leslie Odom Jr., but there was something about, and I can't remember his name when I put away my playbill, so I can't look it up, but there was just something about the way that he did the character that I just really enjoyed. So it was definitely a fun experience and one of my favorite things from April. The next thing is another article of clothing, and it's actually something I wore when I saw Hamilton, and it is this amazing book dress right here. It's like a little, has a tank top, and then it's like an A-line, so it kind of goes in at the waist and then flares out at the bottom, and it has books and reading glasses, and I love everything about it, even the colors. I got it for my birthday, and I know it came from ModCloth, so if they still have it available, I'll leave the link down below, but this dress is so pretty and it's so very me, so I'm loving it. I'm gonna get a lot of use out of this dress this summer. The next item I have to share with you guys is another mug, because you can never have too many mugs, and I am always adding to my mug collection, but I saw this one, and though it was a little on the spendy side because it was like $18, I couldn't pass it up because it is so me. And it is this gorgeous, adorable unicorn mug. Look at that. Look at it. Isn't it just beautiful? And then it has a quote right here which says, "Don't let anyone ever dull your sparkle," and it has little feet, and I love everything about this mug. I have been using it a lot. It just makes me really happy. I have it on my windowsill so I can look at it all the time, and this was definitely a great purchase. I have no regrets about buying this mug because I love it so much. It is amazing. It's amazing. In case you guys can't tell, I have a thing for unicorns. All right, so the last few items I have here are all food, and they're all related to my sweet tooth, because sweet tooth, I have very bad sweet tooth. The first thing is these new crunchy espresso M&Ms. They're doing like a contest thing right now where you can vote for like a new flavor. And so they have crunchy espresso, they have crunchy mint, and I think crunchy raspberry. Well, let me tell you, y'all should vote for the crunchy espresso ones because there's nothing better than coffee flavored M&Ms. Like, these things are addicting and I want them to stay. So I'm just saying, you should vote for these. The next two items are both newer food items as well that I recently saw at the grocery store. And the first one is Oreo Thin Bites fudge dipped mint cookies. These things are addicting. They're addicting and they're so delicious, so y'all should just check them out. They also have regular Oreos, and then they also have coconut flavored Oreos, but the mint ones are my favorite because I love mint and chocolate, and they're little and it's really easy to just keep eating them, so they're a little bit dangerous. And the last one is something I actually picked up and tried yesterday, and which at the time of filming it's the 29th, so it's very end of the month, but it is these new Lindor blueberries and cream white chocolate truffles, and I'm not usually a biggest fan of fruit and chocolate, but these are so good. They're so good. They don't even, I think it's because it's white chocolate, so it's like a very different flavor from regular chocolate, but there's just something about it. And I love blueberry flavors and huckleberry flavors, so these I had to try and they did not disappoint. These things are very, very tasty. All right, guys, that is it for all of my favorites and all of the things that I loved in the month of April. If you've tried any of these things, I of course would love to know what you think of them, or anything you want to throw down in the comments, please feel free to do so. I can speak. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Until next time, bye.